In this video, I'm going to be showing you the best Dragonflight gold farm at the moment. Now, I was looking around on the auction house at all the different prices of materials and items, and I found an extremely good farm to do right now. So the item that we're going to be farming is sold on the region-wide auction house, and it is the Nolan's House Special. And if you look at the price on the NA at the moment, it's close to 400 gold each for these, which is absolutely insane. Now this is used to actually make a mount. You need 3 different materials: the Nolan's House Special, Tusker Jerky, and Flash Frozen Meat, and this will allow you to make this mount right here. This is a new Dragonflight mount that came out at the start of Dragonflight. Now this material was a lot cheaper at the start of Dragonflight because a lot of people were farming it and getting it. However, people have forgotten about this and the prices went up a crazy amount. As you can see on the NA, 385 gold each for them, and they sell extremely good, and they're on the region-wide auction house. We did some testing, and within an hour you get roughly 75k gold just from these alone. Now we're going to look on Undermine Exchange here, and as you can see, the supply of these has went down and down and down, and the price of them has just shot up like crazy. As you can see, they're going for a lot of gold. They have been for a little while now. And if we jump over on EU, the EU was actually doing the same thing. It's not quite as high, but it's at 258 at the moment. And if we go down and look at the chart, you can see that it did the exact same thing. When it first came out, it was really expensive. Then the supply started to slowly die down again, bringing the price back up to a crazy amount. Now sometimes it's even more than this on the NA, on the EU servers than what it is currently at 258. Sometimes it can be 300, even a bit higher. So this is a really good gold farm to do. Probably the best gold farm in the game, like steady gold farm in the game at the moment that you can possibly be doing. So I'm going to show you where this is located and how to actually do it. So what you want to do is head over to this location right here that I'm showing on the screen. Now there is a bunch of different mobs that have a chance at dropping them. It's around a 5 to 6% chance to actually get one of these, every single one of the mobs that you kill. So what you want to do is come to this location here, and you want to get a group full of people. This works definitely best in a group. Now you can do this in a 2x4, which is the best possible way to do this, or you can just do a full group of 5 people. What you're going to need is 1 tank, and the rest of the people be pullers. So if you have pullers as hunters and also as boomkin druids, they're going to be the best classes to do this. And now with some testing, we actually figured out that the monk was the best thing to do this, but I just want to show you a quick little lap around where you want to be pulling and where all the mobs spawn. So they spawn in there, they spawn all the way on this side. And what your pullers need to do is make sure they're pulling all of these mobs. This will get the mobs to hyperspawn a lot quicker if they get every single mob inside of all the trees and all around the surrounding area. You want to make sure that they know that they're meant to pull all these mobs even around the back, and you want them to pull them all the way back to the location we have the markers set up, this location right here, and that is where your tank wants to be. So we started off doing this on my druid, just in Guardian form, and as you can see, we just got 3, which is worth 1,139 gold. So the gold adds up extremely quickly at this farm. But what I did, we started off with the druid, and we realized a monk would be a lot better for the tank class, because it has a statue and it can gather all the mobs. And what you do as a monk is you want to have a macro, and you use the macro to taunt your statue. And what that will do is will basically get aggro of all the mobs around it, and this way it's a lot easier for all the pullers to bring the mobs to you and then for you to take aggro off them. Now this is very important because you want all the mobs coming to this area and dying at this exact area. This will give you the best respawns and the most amount of gold per hour. So I'm going to show you how to actually do it on a monk. And so if you're the monk of the group, you want to do what I'm about to show you next. If you're a puller, you just want to do exactly what I mentioned. Go around all of the outside. Make sure you're going inside of the trees also, and pulling the mobs from in there. Now hunters honestly will do this the best because they have AoE pulling abilities, and they're the best overall for this. Druids can work fairly good, You just need to have them pulling the mobs and then also star falling. So here is some footage of me doing it on a monk. As you can see, we've got 2 more, 759 gold for 2 of them, which is absolutely crazy. Now this farm used to be very popular at the start of Dragonflight, but they farmed it for the cloth. They didn't actually farm it for the Nolan's house special, which is because it wasn't worth too much at the beginning, but now people have forgotten about this and people still need them for the mount. The price of these have just been going up and up and up the last few months, making this an extremely good farm. Now if you're doing this as a monk, this is where you want to have your statue set up, or if you've got a monk in your group and he doesn't know where to put it, this is the location right here where I've got the 3 markers. This is the right location for the statue. So this will be the best spot. It'll be able to get aggro from the mobs pretty much in all the directions around you, which is what you want to have. Now as you can see, we've got 4 hunters in the group, so all the hunters are doing one job and one job only, and that is pulling the mobs. They don't even have to finish the mobs off. All they want to do is pull the mobs, get a big lot of the mobs, and then run to me, the monk. They want to run it to the statue, where then the statue will get aggro, and then all the mobs should die right here, and that is the best way to do it. Like I mentioned before, we've done heaps of testing on this, and we're getting around, the highest we got was 76k per hour from doing this, just in the Nolan House specials, not including like any of the raw drops, and you also get a few other things from here. But just from it, that was our best possible hour that we did. We had another hour where we got like 67k I think it was, or 68k. So it's a really good farm to do, especially on the NA at the moment, with the price being so high. 379 gold each is super high. Even if the price was a bit lower, this would still be a really good farm and one of the best farms in Dragonflight. I don't know at the moment, there's no other Dragonflight farms, steady farms, that you know you're going to sell on the Region 1 auction house very quickly, that even come close to this farm. So if you're trying to put a group together for this, what you could name it is the Nolan House Special, or New Buffy Farm, or Buffy Farm, and people should know what you're talking about. I've been doing it a lot lately with people in the community, and we've all been making a lot of gold from it, so I thought we might as well go ahead and share it with everyone else so you can make some gold too from this farm. But as you can see, it's super simple. Now there is a few ways you could actually get a little bit more gold out of this. If you're an enchanter, you can spec into the enchanting specialization, where it actually drops mythics from the mobs, from all mobs in Dragonflight. And what you do with them is you disenchant them, and then you sell the disenchanted materials on the auction house. And then the other thing that you could have for a profession is tailoring, and that will give you extra cloth from farming these mobs. And I believe it also allows you to get the frostbitten wilder cloth from this farm also, which that alone sells very quickly on the auction house. It won't make the majority of the gold. The Nolan's House Special will definitely be where all the gold is actually coming from, but that's a nice little like side product and some bonus gold on the side when you're doing this farm. You also get some rousing frost from the mobs that spawn behind you, if your group is pulling those, which they should be if they're hunters. I believe their hunter ability is called Barrage or something, and they pretty much can do an AoE pull all around them. So that works the best way to pull the mobs all together to the statue. However guys, if you enjoyed this video and you appreciate sharing this farm that we've been making a lot of gold from, then hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for the next one. And if you'd like to learn more about making gold in retail, you can check out my complete gold making guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box. It goes over everything you need to know about making gold, and you also get access to a private Discord, which in the private Discord I've been telling them about this farm and how good it is, and we've been doing it together. So you also get access to things like that in the private Discord where we help each other out. Till next one guys, take care.